Hi folks and modelers, today I'll be doing a video on the USS Momsen DDG-92 and at 1/700 scale from Hobby Boss. And this will be chapter 3 on the build updates of the USS Momsen. So for this kit, it hasn't been a smooth build as since I started this almost about 2 years ago. I had a lot of problems. So anyway, yeah, this kit was started I think about 2 years ago, and I had a part which was lost. So and then I went into a long build on the USS Interpret, so I did not get to do anything on this kit. But anyway, today I'll do an update since I have painted some of the decks and the hulls. As I mentioned in my last video, while I was doing my USS Sacramento AOE 1 video. So like I said, this kit, basically what happened was after part 1 on the build update, I have lost one of these, the bridge part, which is I'll show you here, which is this part right here, which is quite a complicated piece. So, and when I came back on this, after the USS Interpret build, I did open back up the box and started looking at this kit. And then I managed to scratch build this bridge area, and right now I'm trying to take this out, but it's a little bit difficult. Okay, it's kind of tight in there, but anyway, this is that part that was missing, and I did scratch build this. So anyway, today I will show you what has been painted. So let me try to take this part out here. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it's quite tight. So anyway, this is that missing part. Okay, so I have all these decks and the hull painted now. And for this piece right here, I did mask up all the deck areas. Not too difficult to do, but later on I found out that this is gonna be sitting here. So in fact, the only place that you have to mask is here, here, and here. But anyway, I have masked the entire thing. And masking of these parts here, and these are the superstructure parts, was not that difficult. Basically, I just had to stick, you don't have to have accurate masking on all the edges. You can stick a big piece and just spray the side hulls. So yeah, not that difficult, which is why I could do it while I'm still building the AOE 1 USS Sacramento. So this is another superstructure here. And for this one, there is a PE. In fact, this This piece here is a PE, and I glued this on because I know that, you know, the structure will, if I had to stick it on later, it's gonna have some glue smearing. So I have done this this thing, added this PE first, and some other smaller things are like the funnels here and some smaller structures. This one here, right here, is for the phalanx. Okay, so let's move on to the hull here. Okay, this is the entire hull. So I have not painted these smaller structures with the hull color, but this is how it looks like. And the thing about this black waterline here, usually my way is you know, paint black first, and I will stick a masking tape, which is usually the right width, probably about 2 millimeters or 3. But for this shape, based on color guides, the line, that black water line is looks very thin on this color guide here. But when I check the actual photos of the ship, that black line should be a little bit thicker. So I guess mine is a little bit thicker here. And of course, the reason why it is thicker is because the smallest width I had was 2 millimeter masking tape. That's why it became 2 millimeters there. Of course, you can make that black line a little bit thinner by painting the lower and upper hull first, and then covering both sides with the masking tape. But that method would be very difficult to get this line at the same width all the way, you know, from the bow to the stern. So I prefer to have a, you know, paint the black first and mask it with the, you know, certain width of the masking tape. So the stern area looks like that. Yeah, again, this area is a bit tricky because looking at this, there is a little bit of black line there. So I wasn't sure, you know, how much, you know, where it goes. But I believe this little deck here should be in the bottom, the red the red brown color here. So probably I will paint up that deck over here, over here. So yeah, so for this kit, I think the bottom hull and the upper hull fit was pretty good. In fact, I did not do any putty, maybe a little bit of sanding. So the step is not so bad compared to the USS Sacramento. So yeah, so I think this kit is probably better. But of course, I think this kit was a much newer tooling. I don't remember the year of the tooling. But yeah, so this is how it turned out. And Also, as always, I like to spray paint parts while they are on the sprue. And then of course, after cutting them out, I would have to touch them up. And I have also painted these photo etch parts with the hull color. And for this kit, the hull color is using a 308. A little bit different from USS Sacramento, using number 35. And this 35 here is quite common to be used on on all the American Navy ships, especially the aircraft carriers. But that's how it's indicated in the color guide, you know. So usually I will follow color guides. So yeah, so it's painted up, and let me just show you how this thing will assemble up. So usually, yeah, I don't really paint all the entire deck section, since a lot of the areas will be covered with these parts anyway. And I think this will be here on the bridge section. In fact, I did not have to, you know, mask this area here, since this was supposed to sit here. Then we have one of these funnels here, and this second funnel, yeah, I believe it's somewhere there. And that bridge, you know, the bridge part which I scratch built will sit in there. And then some of these, yeah, smaller things, I believe this phalanx base will be in front, and some other smaller things. So of course, since this is a scratch build, there is no holes to, you know, guide this part in. And so I will have to cut off this all this guiding pin. So I will have to cut that off and you know, glue it to the right position there. So yeah, basically it will come out to this kind of all the, you know, all the big structures, and then all the rest will be all the smaller things going on to everywhere, on the deck, on the sides, the mast. This is how it will look like. So I will get to this build hopefully after I have complete up the USS Sacramento. So yeah, again, you know, this will be on hold for a while until I finish up my other kit, and then I will come back to this. So yeah, so today is just a short update on, you know, informing you mostly on the paintings of this USS Momsen. So anyway, I hope you like this video. I will bring the build updates yeah, soon. So until then, happy modeling, and cheers for now. Goodbye.